Do you want me to?
Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you an insane mind reading trick. So I can start off with giving it a quick shuffle. It doesn't matter. Since you're not here, I'll choose a card for you. Let's say we will choose this card, for instance, the Three of Hearts. Let's place it right there. And then what I would do is, as a magician, would be I would ask you to divide the cards into 3 piles. So I was showing you an example, and then you would do it the same thing. So, and then what I would do is I would ask you to put the card on top of any pile you want. And let's say for now, let's say you put it right here. It really doesn't matter. What I would do is I would cut each pile into half, like that, and I would try to find your card. I don't really know where it is, but I'm gonna improvise. I'm gonna go ahead and place all the cards down like this. Oh, I'm hitting the camera. Like this. It's really random. It doesn't matter. That's all I'm gonna do. And hopefully I can find your card by doing this. And then what I would do is I would ask you, did you see your card? And the spectator obviously saw their card, so they would nod or they would say yes, right? And I don't have to ask which pile it is in because I can already find it. So at this point, without touching the deck, I would be asking you, I would ask the spectator, can you think of a card? Can you visualize it? Can you tell me, can you think about the card and the color and the number, visualize the whole card, and then I would start going along with it, right? And then I would just along the way say the Three of Hearts. Is that your card? And then they would say yes. And then they'll be amazed, but then that's not the trick. The trick is that I can actually spell out the card. I'll go THREE of HEARTS, and there we go. Three of Hearts, and that's a trick, guys. I hope you like it, and here is the tutorial. So here's a tutorial for insane mind reading trick. This involves a card called Key Card. It's a card that helps you identify the spectator's card really fast. In this case, we'll use the Ace of Hearts because it's really easy to memorize. And then it doesn't matter, they will pick any card they want. In this case, for tutorial, we will use the Eight of Hearts. Now what you do is, while they're memorizing, you divide the cards into the deck into 3 piles, or you can ask them to divide the decks into 3 piles. Now, you don't care what these 2 piles contain. You only care about this pile, which contains the Ace of Hearts at the very bottom. That's what's really important. And then you'll ask them to place a card on top of any pile they want. Let's say they place it here. And then what you would do is, since you know that Ace of Hearts is going to be here, you place it right on the top of it. So that would be the Eight of Hearts, place it right on top of it, right? And if they place it here, you do the opposite thing, put the Ace of Hearts here, and then square up all the cards. But then there's a special case where they pick the pile where the Ace of Hearts is on, right here. In this case, if they place it right here, you cut each pile into half, like this, which in total will bring the Ace of Hearts and Eight of Hearts together. And then you collect the cards. Same thing as you did before. Now what you do is you say, I'm going to divide the cards into piles. I don't know where it is, so it's kind of like an impromptu kind of trick. And then you start going through the cards. And what you're looking for is, the Ace of Hearts. Now, as soon as you see the Ace of Hearts like this, it should show up now. Right there, you start a new pile, which contains the Eight of Hearts. Now, at this point, you memorize the card, which is the Eight of Hearts, and think about it. And you make a quick pile, and then you start spelling out Eight of Hearts. EIGHT of, and you can go to a new pile, HEARTS, and make a junk pile. So right now, the important piles are this one, and that one. You don't care about these three, it doesn't matter. This contains 8 of hearts. That contains the 8 of hearts itself. So you want to collect these 2 into one pile. These 3 piles can go however they want. And since this spells out 8 of hearts, you want the pile that has the 8 of hearts at the very top going next to it, and then all the junk piles at the very bottom. So if you did it correctly, you should have EIGHT of HEARTS, and that should be the 8 of hearts. Now at this point, you are good to go. You put it on the top of you put it on the table and ask them to visualize the card. Think about the card, the shape, the color, the number, and everything, the suits and everything, and then you'll say, I think you have connected to me just now. It is the 8 of hearts, isn't it? And then they'll be amazed. But then you say, you know what? Let's take it a step farther, and I'm going to spell out your card. And then you start spelling it out. EIGHT of HEARTS. And then that's your card. That's their card. And at this point, they're freaking out. They're flipping and shit. That's a good thing. Now, it's a hard trick, I guess, for beginners. So I'm going to go over it really fast. Use a key card. They pick a card, let's say the 4 of spades. You divide the pile into 3, like that. That's the ace of hearts. Let's say they put it here. Put the ace of hearts on the top, and all of it on a different pile. You say, I'm going to go through all the cards, and you keep going until you see the ace of hearts. Doesn't matter how big each piles are, by the way. As long as you see the ace of hearts and then the 4 of spades, memorize the 4 of spades, think about it, and then you spell FOUR of SPADES, and then all the junk piles goes here. Important piles are this one and this one. These are all junk, all of these 4. So you put them into one pile. You know that this spells out the 4 of spades, so you put the 4 of spades directly below, and all the junk piles at the very bottom. Now in this case, now you should be good to go and say it's the 4 of spades. You do the thing, visualize the card thing, and then you spell out FOUR of SPADES, and there you go. There's the 4 of spades, and that's the tutorial, guys. I hope you like it. Go impress some friends, families. It's a great trick. I usually get really good reactions for this. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. That would be great. Tell your friends about this. It helps me a lot.